Tomorrow is Brooke's 30th birthday. 7 years ago, drunk on wine in her college dorm room, she grabbed my hand and made me promise that if neither of us were married by 30, we'd marry each other. She laughed when she said it. I didn't. Brooke's text is burning a hole in my phone screen. Can we meet tonight? Need to talk. Coffee place at 7? I've read it maybe 20 times in the last 15 minutes. Each time I read it, my stomach does this thing where it drops and twists and I can't breathe properly. Tomorrow, her birthday, the deadline. And she wants to talk tonight. Does she remember the pact? That's the question that's been destroying me for months now. Does she remember making that promise? Because I remember. God, I remember everything. The way she looked at me when she said it. The wine stain on her shirt. The way she squeezed my pinky when we made the promise. The way I stayed awake all night thinking maybe, possibly, she actually meant it. But she laughed it off the next morning like it was nothing. My hands are shaking as I set the phone down on my kitchen counter. It's 5:47 p.m. 1 hour and 13 minutes until I have to face whatever this is. Whatever she's gonna say. A memory hits me suddenly. Junior year, the library at 3 a.m. during finals week. She fell asleep on my shoulder while we were studying. I sat there for an hour, not moving, barely breathing, just watching her sleep. Her face was so peaceful. I almost kissed her forehead, almost whispered that I loved her. But then she woke up, apologized for drooling on me, and we went back to our textbooks like nothing happened. Here's what's killing me. I don't even know if she's single. We text constantly. She's my best friend. We talk about work and movies and random thoughts at 2 a.m. and what we had for lunch and everything else. But for the past 6 months, she's been weird about dating. Radio silent on that front. 6 months ago, she mentioned going on some dates with a guy. Trevor, I think his name was, and then nothing. Complete silence. And I didn't push because I'm a coward. Because hearing about her falling in love with someone else would shatter me into pieces. What if she's engaged? What if that's what tonight is about? My chest tightens at the thought. What if she wants to show me a ring? Laugh about how crazy that college pact was. Tell me she's found someone who actually had the courage to tell her how he felt. Or, and this is the thought that makes my heart race. So fast I feel dizzy. What if she's single? What if she remembers? What if she actually wants to talk about going through with it? I walk to my bedroom and stand in front of my closet like it holds the answers to my life. It doesn't. It just holds shirts and the weight of 8 years of unspoken feelings. 8 years. That's how long I've been in love with Brooke. It started sophomore year of college. She showed up at my door at 2 a.m. because she couldn't sleep. We talked until sunrise about everything and nothing. Her childhood, my weird family, her dreams, my fears. What happens after we die? Whether we'd rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses. Stupid stuff. Important stuff. And somewhere around 4 a.m., watching her laugh at something ridiculous I said, I realized I was completely and totally in love with her. That was 8 years ago and I've never told her. I grab a blue shirt from my closet, then put it back. Try a gray one. No, the blue one again. She once said it made my eyes look nice. Did she mean that? Or was she just being Brooke? Saying kind things because that's who she is? I put on the blue shirt with shaking hands. Another memory flashes. Last year at that coffee shop, the one we're meeting at tonight. She'd had a terrible day at work and was ranting about her boss. Mid-rant, she stopped and looked at me and said, "You're my favorite person, you know that?" I opened my mouth to say, "You're mine too. You're my everything." But what came out was, "You're pretty cool too." She laughed. I wanted to die. My phone buzzes. Another text. My heart stops. Is she canceling? Changing the time? But it's just my mom asking if I want to come to dinner on Sunday. I ignore it. I look at myself in the mirror and I look insane. My hair is a mess. I try to fix it, but my hands won't stop trembling. When did I become this person? This guy who spirals about coffee dates and analyzes. Text messages and can't even pick out a shirt. Without having a breakdown? The thing is, tomorrow isn't just any birthday. Tomorrow is the birthday. The one we talked about 7 years ago when she made me promise. When she looked at me with those green eyes and said, "If we're both not married by 30, we marry each other. Deal?" And I said yes. Of course I said yes. I would have said yes to anything she asked, but she was drunk. And the next morning when she brought it up, did I say something weird about marriage? Last night? I panicked and lied. Nothing important, I told her. She looked disappointed for a second, then dropped it. We never talked about it again. Until now. Maybe, if that's what tonight is about. I grab my keys and my phone and head out the door before I can talk myself out of going. Before I can text her back with some excuse about being sick or busy. Or literally anything other than facing this. The drive to the coffee shop takes 12 minutes but feels like 12 hours. I hit every red light. Every single one. It's like the universe is testing me. Giving me time to spiral. Time to imagine every possible scenario. She's engaged. She's bringing her fiancé. She wants me to be the best man. She forgot about the pact entirely. She's confused why I seem so nervous. She remembers the pact. She's single. She wants to talk about it. She wants to know if I actually meant it. That last possibility makes me grip the steering wheel so hard my knuckles turn white. What if she did mean it? What if this whole time she's been waiting just like I have? What if we've both been idiots? Both too scared to say anything? Both circling around the same feelings for years? Or what if I'm projecting? What if I want it so badly that I'm seeing signs that aren't there? I parked 2 blocks away from the coffee shop because all the close spots are taken and I'm too anxious to keep circling. The walk helps a little. The evening air is warm, that perfect late spring warmth that makes the city feel alive. Couples are walking hand in hand. Groups of friends are laughing. Everyone looks happy and normal, and here I am, about to have a conversation that might change my entire life. The coffee shop comes into view. Our place. 4 years of coming here together. 4 years of Saturday. Morning coffees and random weeknight. Venting sessions and comfortable silences and her stealing. Sips of my black coffee even though she hates it. What if after tonight we can never come back here? What if this conversation ruins everything and this place becomes too painful? Too full of memories of what we almost had or what we never had or what we destroyed? I push through the door at 6:51 p.m., 9 minutes. Early because apparently I'm that desperate. Or that terrified. Probably both. The coffee shop is moderately crowded. The usual evening crowd. People on laptops. A couple in the corner sharing a piece of cake. A guy reading a book. Everything is so normal for them. They have no idea my entire world is about to shift one way or another. Our table, the one in the back corner by the window. It's empty. I grab it and sit down. Then immediately stand back up because sitting feels wrong. Then sit again because standing makes me look like a lunatic. My leg starts bouncing uncontrollably. I pull out my phone to look busy. To have something to do with my hands. But I can't focus on anything. 6:54 p.m. What will I say when she gets here? Hey, so about that marriage pact? No, too direct. Too desperate. Funny running into you here? No, we planned this. You look nice. Too casual for something this heavy. Maybe I should just let her talk. Let her bring it up. Let her tell me what this is about. But what if she doesn't? What if she's here to talk about something completely different? And I'm sitting here spiraling over nothing? 6:57 p.m. The door opens and my heart launches into my throat. But it's just some woman with a stroller, not her. I exhale shakily. What if she changed her mind? What if she's sitting in her apartment right now, realizing she doesn't actually want this conversation? What if she's scared too? Of course she's not scared. Brooke doesn't get scared. She's the most confident person I know. She's the one who speaks up in meetings, who asks for what she wants, who isn't afraid to be honest. Except maybe about this. Maybe this is different. 6:59 p.m. 1 minute. My hands are sweating. I wipe them on my jeans. This is Brooke, my best friend, the person I can talk to about anything. We've had 1,000 conversations. This is just another conversation, except it's not. This is the conversation, the one that might change everything. 7 p.m. The door opens, and there she is. Brooke is standing in the doorway, scanning the coffee shop. And when her eyes land on me, she smiles. But it's not her normal smile. It's tight, nervous. She's wearing jeans and this green sweater that makes her eyes look incredible, and I forget how to breathe for a second. She walks toward me, and I stand up, too fast, nearly knocking my chair over in the process. Real smooth, Miles. Hey, she says, and her voice sounds different, strained. Hey, I manage. My voice comes out weird, too loud. I clear my throat. Hey, did I just say hey twice? God. She laughs nervously. Sorry, I'm a couple minutes late. Traffic was insane. She's lying. Brooke lives 15 minutes away. And there's no traffic between her apartment and here at this time of night. I know because I've driven that route 100 times. So why is she lying? What was she really doing? Sitting in her car, working up courage? Calling a friend for advice? Trying to figure out what to say? No problem, I say. And I'm trying to sound casual, but I sound like a robot. Do you want me to grab your usual? Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks, Miles. I escape to the counter, grateful for 30 seconds to pull myself together. My heart is pounding so loud I'm sure everyone can hear it. The barista, the same one who's always here on weeknights, gives me a knowing smile. The usual for you two? She asks. Yeah, vanilla latte with oat milk and black coffee. You guys are cute together, she says as she rings it up. How long have you been dating? The question hits me like a punch. Oh, we're not. We're just friends. She looks surprised. Really? The way you look at her, I just assumed. She trails off. Sorry, none of my business. That'll be $8.50. I hand over my card with shaking hands. The way I look at her. Is it that obvious? Can everyone see it except Brooke? Or maybe Brooke can see it too. Maybe that's what tonight is about. I grab our drinks and head back to the table. Brooke is staring at her phone, but she puts it away quickly when she sees me. Too quickly. Like she was looking at something she doesn't want me to see. Thank you, she says, wrapping both hands around the cup. You always remember. It's the same thing you've ordered for 4 years, I point out, sitting down across from her. The table feels too small suddenly. Or too big. I can't tell. Everything feels wrong. She takes a sip of her latte and I watch her. The way her fingers grip the cup. The way she won't quite meet my eyes. The way her leg is bouncing under the table. I can feel the vibration through the floor. She's as nervous as I am. Why is she nervous? Her phone lights up on the table between us. A text notification. I can't help but see the name before she flips it over. Trevor. My stomach drops like an anchor. Trevor, the guy she dated. Why is he texting her? Are they still talking? Did they get back together? Is that what tonight is about? Telling me she's back with Trevor? Sorry, she says quickly, not looking at the phone. Just someone from work. Another lie. And now I'm spiraling. Trevor is texting her. She's lying about it. She looks nervous. Oh God, she's back with Trevor. She's here to tell me she's engaged to Trevor. The pact is off because she found someone else. So, I start, because someone has to break this silence that's pressing down on us like a weight. So, she echoes. She laughs, but it sounds forced. Tomorrow's my birthday. There it is, the words I've been dreading and anticipating in equal measure. My heart does this thing where it stops and races at the same time. I know, the big 3-0. She's trying to sound light about it, casual, but her voice is tight. I can hear the strain underneath. Officially old. You're not old, I say automatically. 30 is young. 30 is a milestone, she interrupts. It feels like a milestone, like a threshold, like something significant. She finally meets my eyes and there's something there I can't quite read. Fear? Hope? Both? Do you know what I mean? Oh, I know exactly what she means. Yeah, milestones can feel like that. Right. She looks down at her coffee, and I've been thinking a lot about it. About tomorrow, about turning 30, about where I thought I'd be versus where I actually am. My chest is so tight I can barely breathe. Is she about to bring up the pact? Or is she about to tell me about Trevor? And where are you? She's quiet for a long moment. Single. Still figuring things out. Still wondering if... She stops. Shakes her head. Sorry, I'm being weird. Wait, single? She said single. But Trevor just texted her. Unless they're just friends now. Unless it's over? My brain is scrambling to make sense of this. You're not being weird. I lean forward. Brooke, what did you want to talk about? She opens her mouth. Closes it. Opens it again. This is harder than I thought it would be. Just tell me. Whatever it is, we can talk about it. We're friends. We can talk about anything. The word friends tastes bitter, but it's the safe word. The word that keeps us both protected. She nods. Takes another sip of her latte. Okay, so first I need to tell you something. I need you to know that I'm... Brooke, oh my God, hi. We both turn and there's this woman in bright pink workout clothes. practically jogging toward us. I recognize her vaguely. Someone Brooke knows from yoga or work or somewhere. Sabrina, maybe? Sabrina, Brooke says, and I can hear the frustration in her voice even though she's smiling. Hey, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you? Sabrina is one of those people who talks loud enough for the entire coffee shop to hear. You look amazing. Is that a new sweater? I love that color on you. Thanks, Brooke says tightly. This is my friend Miles. Hi, Miles. Nice to meet you. Sabrina barely glances at me before turning back to Brooke. We should totally grab drinks soon. I have so much to tell you. Did you see my posts from Prague? That trip was insane. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to tell you now. She launches into this story about hostels and museums, and some guy named Pietro and I watch Brooke's face get more and more tense. Her jaw is clenched. Her smile is frozen. Her hands are gripping her coffee cup so hard her knuckles are white. Whatever she was about to tell me is slipping away with every second Sabrina talks. And then we missed our flight, but it was kind of a blessing because we met these people at the airport who invited us to this underground club and... Sabrina is still going. That sounds amazing, Brooke interrupts. Really? But Miles and I were actually in the middle of something important, so... Oh my god, of course! I'm so sorry. I talk too much, I know. Sabrina laughs. Let me give you my number and we'll plan something soon. I got a new phone, so I lost all my contacts. Brooke gives her the number with a tight smile. Sabrina finally leaves after another 2 minutes of goodbyes. Sorry, Brooke says immediately, turning back to me. She looks almost frantic. She's nice, but she talks a lot, and I couldn't figure out how to... It's fine, I say, but my heart is sinking. The moment is broken. Whatever she was about to say is gone. You were saying something before about tomorrow. Right. She glances around the coffee shop. More people have come in. It's getting crowded. Loud. Can we walk instead? I feel like I can't think straight in here. Yeah, sure, of course. We abandon our half-finished drinks and step out into the evening. The sun is starting to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and gold. It's beautiful. It should be romantic. Instead, I feel like I'm walking towards something I can't name. Something that might save me or destroy me. We start walking with no particular destination. Just moving. Our arms brush occasionally, and every time it happens, I'm hyper-aware of it. Of her. Of the fact that she's right here next to me, but might as well be miles away. I've been meaning to tell you something for a while, well, she says after half a block of silence. But I kept chickening out. My heart is hammering. Okay, I'm single. She says it fast, like ripping off a Band-Aid. I've been single for 6 months. Since Trevor, that guy I mentioned. Relief floods through me so intensely I almost stumble. She's single. She's been single for 6 months. But wait, why is she telling me this? And why was Trevor texting her if they broke up 6 months ago? Oh, I say, trying to keep my voice neutral, even though my heart is doing backflips. I didn't know things ended with Trevor. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It wasn't serious. She waves her hand dismissively, but there's something in her voice. Something I can't quite read. He was nice, but kind of boring. Like he worked in finance and only ever wanted to talk about the stock market. He didn't get my jokes. He never wanted to just sit and talk about random stuff at midnight. She pauses, and when she continues, her voice is quieter. He wasn't you. The last 2 words are so quiet I almost miss them. He wasn't you. What does that mean? Is she saying... Anyway, she continues, talking faster now. The point is I'm single, and I've been single for a while, and I've been thinking about... She trails off. Thinking about what? My voice comes out barely above a whisper. She stops walking. We're at the park now, the one with the fountain. Ducks are swimming in the water. A couple is taking photos near the flowers. Everything is so normal for them. Do you remember that stupid thing we said in college? She asks. About getting married if we were both single by 30? Everything stops. The world stops spinning. The air stops moving. My heart stops beating. The pact. She's bringing up the pact. Yeah, I manage. Yeah, I remember. She sits down on the edge of the fountain and I sit next to her. Our knees are almost touching. I can smell her perfume. Something vanilla and warm that I've smelled 1,000 times, but tonight it's different. More intense. Or maybe I'm just more aware of everything. I just wanted to make sure you didn't think I was, like, actually holding you to that or anything, she says. And she's looking at the water, not at me. It was drunk college talk. We were kids. I know you probably didn't mean it. Wait, she's letting me off the hook? Saying it meant nothing? My stomach drops like I'm falling. Right, no, of course not. I hear myself say, even though my brain is screaming at me to say the opposite. We were kids. Something flickers across her face. Hurt. Disappointment. But it's gone so fast I might have imagined it. Totally, she says, and her voice sounds hollow. Just kids being stupid. And I'm sure you've moved on with your life, dating, whatever. This feels wrong. This entire conversation feels wrong. Why does she look so sad? If she didn't mean it, why does she look hurt that I agreed with her? What about you, I ask? Have you moved on? She finally looks at me and her eyes are so green and so sad. I guess I have to, right? Tomorrow I'll be 30 and that stupid pact will be officially expired. And we can both just... She stops. Forget about it. And I push, desperate to understand what she's not saying. Is that what you want? To forget about it? She's quiet for a long moment. I don't know what I want, Miles. Her voice cracks slightly. Or maybe I know exactly what I want and I'm too scared to say it. My heart is pounding so hard I'm sure she can hear it. Brooke, she stands up abruptly. We should keep walking. I'm overthinking everything. Let's just walk. We walk, and the silence is different now. Heavier, full of things. Neither of us is saying. I keep stealing glances at her. The way she's biting her lip. The way her hands are shoved in her pockets. The way she seems to be holding herself tighter, smaller. A memory flashes suddenly. 2 years ago at her cousin's wedding. We were dancing and everyone kept asking if we were together. She kept saying no, just friends. But for 1 second, just 1 second, when a slow song came on and I pulled her closer, she looked up at me with this expression I couldn't read. Hope, maybe, want, and I almost kissed her. Right there on the dance floor. But then her aunt came over to take photos and the moment shattered. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, she says suddenly, and my heart stops. Like about our friendship, about how important you are to me, about how you're the best friend I've ever had. Important. Best friend. The words should make me happy, but they feel like knives. You're important to me too, I say carefully. Are you seeing anyone? The question comes out of nowhere. Dating? No, the word is automatic. No, I haven't been dating much. That's the understatement of the century. I haven't been dating at all because I'm in love with her and everyone else is just not her. Every woman I've tried to go out with, I end up comparing to Brooke. Does she make me laugh like Brooke does? Does she understand me like Brooke does? Does she make me feel the way Brooke makes me feel? The answer is always no. Why not? She's looking at me now with this intensity that makes me want to tell her everything. Because of you. Because it's always been you. Because I can't imagine loving anyone else the way I love you. Just haven't met the right person, I guess. Same, she says quietly. Then, it's weird, right? We're both single. Both turning 30 soon. Well, I'm turning 30 tomorrow and you're turning 30 in 4 months. Both still looking for whatever we're looking for. Both still figuring it out. Is she saying what I think she's saying? Or am I desperate enough that I'm reading meaning into innocent words? What are you looking for, Brooke? She doesn't answer right away. We've stopped walking again. We're in front of this bookstore we both love. The one with the cat that sits in the window. She's staring at the display like it holds the secrets of the universe. Someone who knows me, she finally says. Someone I don't have to pretend with. Someone who makes me laugh and who I can text at 3 a.m. about absolutely nothing. Someone who gets my weird references and doesn't think. I'm too much or too intense? She pauses, and when she continues, her voice is softer. Someone who feels like home. Someone like... She stops mid-sentence. And the way she stops, abruptly, like she caught herself before saying something. She shouldn't. Makes my chest ache. Someone like what? I whisper. She turns to face me fully, and there's something in her eyes that I can't quite name. Fear and hope mixed together. Miles, can I ask you something? And I need you to be honest with me. Anything. Always. Have you ever thought about us? She gestures between us. Like, US us. More than friends us? Time stops. The world tilts. This is it. This is the moment where I can tell her the truth. Or I can protect both of us from potential heartbreak. This is the moment I've been waiting for and dreading for 8 years. But I think about Trevor texting her. I think about how she could be back with him. I think about how this could all be hypothetical. Just her wondering, not actually wanting. What do you mean? I ask, and immediately I know it's the wrong response. The coward's response. Her face does something complicated. Hurt flashes across it, then resignation, then this forced neutrality. Never mind. Forget I asked? That was stupid. No, Brooke, wait! I reach for her arm, but she pulls away slightly. It's fine, Miles, really. She's putting on her brave face now, the one she wears when she's trying not to cry. I've only seen it a handful of times, and it destroys me every time. I'm just being weird about my birthday. Forget I said anything. That's not what I meant. I start, but I don't know how to finish. How do I explain that I was scared? That the question caught me off guard? That I've imagined this conversation 1,000 times, but now that it's happening, I'm freezing up? It's fine, she repeats, and she starts walking again. Faster this time. Really, it's fine. I shouldn't have asked. That was unfair to you. You didn't do anything wrong. Miles, she stops and turns to face me, and there's frustration in her eyes now, mixed with hurt. I just asked you a pretty direct question, and you answered with another question, which is an answer in itself, isn't it? She's right. She's absolutely right, and I'm an idiot. I don't want to ruin what we have, I say weakly. Her laugh is bitter. Right, yeah, of course. That would be terrible. Ruining this, she gestures between us. This perfect friendship where we both just stay exactly where we are, forever. Safe. The word safe sounds like an accusation. Brooke, I need coffee, she says abruptly. Or food, or something. Do you want to get dinner? There's that Thai place you like around the corner. The sudden change in subject gives me whiplash. Sure, yeah, okay. We walk to the restaurant in silence. Painful, heavy silence. I've ruined this. Whatever this was, I've completely ruined it. She asked me a direct question, and I panicked, and now she thinks I don't feel the same way. Which is the opposite of the truth, which is hilarious and tragic, and I'm an idiot. The Thai restaurant is small and cozy, with warm lighting and this familiar smell of basil and lemongrass. We've been here dozens of times. The server recognizes us and seats us at a table by the window without asking. The usual? She asks with a smile. Yeah, Brooke says. Pad Thai and spring rolls to share. And the pan and curry for me, I add. Thanks. The server leaves and we're alone again. The silence stretches between us like a living thing. Brooke is studying the menu even though we already ordered. I'm studying my hands like they're the most interesting things I've ever seen. I'm sorry, I say finally. About earlier. In front of the bookstore. I didn't mean to. It's fine, Miles. She puts down the menu. You don't have to apologize. You don't owe me anything. We're friends. That's what we are. That's what we've always been. I shouldn't have pushed for more. But I want more. I've always wanted more. The words are right there, sitting on my tongue, but I can't make them come out. I've been thinking about the future a lot lately, she says, looking out the window, about where I thought I'd be versus where I am. And I guess I just thought, she stops, shakes her head. Never mind. What did you think? I ask quietly. She looks at me and her eyes are glistening. I thought maybe that pact meant something. I thought maybe you and I, another unfinished sentence. But I was wrong, and that's okay. I'll get over it. Get over it. Get over what? Get over me? Has she had feelings this whole time too? My brain is spinning, trying to process what she's saying, what she's not saying. Brooke, I don't think you were wrong. The server arrives with our food. Perfect timing. Or the worst timing ever. We eat in near silence, exchanging only the bare minimum of words. Can you pass the sriracha? How's the curry? Fine. Every minute that passes feels like the gap between us is growing wider. I'm watching her push noodles around her plate and I can see she's upset. Because of me. Because I couldn't just be honest. I need to fix this. I need to tell her the truth. But how? How do you confess 8 years of feelings over pad? Thai in a restaurant where the couple next to us is arguing about whose turn it is to take out the trash? Miles, she says suddenly, setting down her fork. Can I tell you something? The real reason I wanted to see you tonight. My heart stops. Please. Tomorrow is my 30th birthday. The deadline for our stupid pact. and I've been thinking about it constantly for the past month. Maybe longer. She takes a shaky breath, and I realized that I needed to know something. I needed to know if there was any universe, any possibility at all, where you actually meant it when you agreed to that pact, where you would actually want to. Her voice cracks. With me. Oh God, she's saying, Brooke! And I know it's not fair, she continues, and there are tears in her eyes now. I know it puts you in a terrible position, but I couldn't let tomorrow come without asking. Without at least trying to. Her phone rings. The ringtone is her mom's. Brooke closes her eyes, and I can see the frustration on her face. I'm so sorry, she says. She's been calling all day. If I don't answer, she'll think something happened. She picks up. Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm out with Miles, just having dinner. Uh-huh. Yes, I'll be there tomorrow at 2. I know, love you too. She hangs up and looks at me. She's excited about tomorrow. Family birthday dinner. She wants to make sure I remembered. She puts her phone face down on the table. Where were we? You were asking me something, I say, and my heart is pounding so hard it hurts. About the pact. About whether I meant it. She looks scared. Actually, genuinely scared. Yeah, I was. But maybe I shouldn't have. You should have, I interrupt. You absolutely should have. Brooke, I need to tell you something I should have told you 7 years ago. I take a breath. This is it. Actually, I should have told you 8 years ago, sophomore year, but I was scared. I'm still scared, but I can't. Her phone rings again. She groans. I'm so sorry. It's my sister. She's probably calling about tomorrow, too. Let me just... She answers. Hey, yeah, I'm still with Miles. What's up? I sit there while she talks to her sister. My heart racing, the confession stuck in my throat. When she hangs up, she looks exhausted. Sorry, she wanted to confirm what time tomorrow. And tell me she's bringing her boyfriend. The new one, who's apparently the one. Brooke makes air quotes. Everyone's finding their person except me. Brooke, can we go back to my place? She asks suddenly. I have wine and it's quieter and I feel like we need to actually finish a conversation without being interrupted. Every 5 seconds. Yes, I say immediately. Yes, let's do that. We pay and leave. The walk to her apartment is silent but charged. Like lightning building in the clouds. Something is about to break open between us. Something big. Her apartment building comes into view. Old brick. Terrible plumbing, but amazing windows. I've been here 100 times, but tonight feels different. Significant. She unlocks the door and we step inside. She drops her keys in the ceramic bowl by the door. The lopsided one I made her as a housewarming gift 3 years ago. Make yourself comfortable, she says. I'm getting the good wine. The stuff I've been saving for something special. I sit on her couch while she disappears into the kitchen. The apartment is so Brooke. Books everywhere. Plants in various states of health. Photos covering an entire wall. There's one of us from college both laughing at something. We look so young, so hopeful. Like we thought we had all the time in the world. She comes back with 2 glasses of red wine and sits next to me. Not across from me, next to me. Close enough that I can feel the heat from her body. It's 9:47, she says, looking at her phone. I turn 30 in 2 hours and 13 minutes. The countdown. The deadline. It's real. It's happening. You've been watching the clock. I've been counting down for weeks, she admits. Pathetic, right? No. The word comes out fierce. Not pathetic at all. She takes a long sip of wine. Miles, earlier you said you needed to tell me something. You should have told me 7 years ago. What was it? This is it. No more interruptions. No more excuses. Just me and her and the truth. Do you remember that night? The night you made the pact? Some of it. I was pretty drunk. You were, I agree. But I wasn't. Not really. I mean, I'd had some wine, but I was sober enough to know exactly what I was saying yes to. I set down my wine glass because my hands are shaking. And I've thought about that night probably 1,000 times since then. Wondering if you remembered. Wondering if you meant it. Wondering if there was any chance you saw me the way I saw you. She's staring at me. Not blinking. Barely breathing. What do you mean the way you saw me? Brooke, why did you make that pact? I ask instead of answering. Really, why did you ask me? She's quiet for a long moment. When she speaks, her voice is barely above a whisper. Do you want the truth? Always. I was scared, she says. Scared of losing you. Scared that we'd graduate and move. Away, and life would happen, and I'd lose my best friend. But also, she stops. Also what? She closes her eyes. Takes a breath. Opens them again. Also scared because I had feelings for you. Real feelings. And I thought if I made it into this joke, this distant future hypothetical thing, maybe I could test the waters. See if you might ever feel the same way. She laughs bitterly. But the next morning you said it wasn't important. So I figured I had my answer. I'm frozen. Completely frozen. You had feelings for me? In college? Have, she corrects, and her voice breaks. Present tense, Miles. I have feelings for you. I've had them for years, and I've been too scared to say anything because I didn't want to lose you as a friend. She's crying now. But tomorrow, I turn 30 and that stupid pact expires, and I can't let it pass without you knowing. Even if you don't feel the same. Even if this ruins everything. My heart is about to explode out of my chest. Why was Trevor texting you earlier? She blinks, thrown by the subject change. What? At the coffee shop. Your phone lit up. Trevor was texting you. She looks confused for a second, then understanding dawns. Oh, that! He was just... She stops. Looks at me. Really looks at me. Miles, are you jealous? Yes, I admit. I saw his name and I thought maybe you were back together. And I felt like I was dying. Her eyes widen. You were jealous? Of course I was jealous. Brooke, I stop. Take a breath. This is it. Trevor texted me asking if I knew if you were seeing anyone. Because apparently he wants to ask you out again and I told him absolutely not. You're not available. Don't contact you again. You did? She looks stunned. Yes, because I'm in love with you. I've been in love with you since sophomore year of college. She's staring at me like I just told her the sky is green. What? I'm in love with you. I've been in love with you for 8 years. The words are pouring out now and I can't stop them. Since that night you showed up at my door at 2 a.m. and we talked until sunrise. Since I realized I never wanted to talk to anyone else the way I talked to you. When you made that pact, I thought it was the most incredible thing anyone had ever said to me. I wanted to tell you right then that I didn't need to wait 7 years. That I wanted you immediately. That I've always wanted you. You've been in love with me for 8 years. She's not asking. She's repeating it like she needs to hear it again to believe it. Yes, God, yes. Brooke, why do you think I'm always single? Why do you think I never want to talk about dating? My voice cracks. Because I'm in love with you and everyone else is just not you. They're not even close. She sets down her wine glass with shaking hands. I dated Trevor to try to get over you. The confession hits me like a punch. What? 6 months ago, when I started dating him. It was because I thought, she's crying harder now. I thought if I could just find someone else, anyone else, maybe I could stop being in love with you. Maybe I could move on. But it didn't work. Every date with him, I just kept thinking about how he wasn't you, how no one is you. Brooke, and there's something else, she says, and now she looks terrified. Something I need to tell you. Okay, a year ago I got a job offer in Seattle. It was an amazing opportunity. More money, better position, everything I thought I wanted. She's looking down at her hands now, and I turned it down. Why? She finally looks up at me and her eyes are full of tears. Because of you. Because the thought of moving across the country and not seeing you all the time felt impossible. Because I couldn't imagine my life without you in it. Even if I couldn't have you the way I wanted you, I needed you near me. I can't breathe. You turned down your dream job for me? I couldn't leave you, she whispers. I tried to convince myself it was about other things. My family, my apartment, my friends. But it was you. It was always you. I moved closer to her on the couch. Our knees are touching now. Brooke, wait, she says. There's one more thing. And this one is going to sound crazy. Tell me, your mom knows about the pact. I blinked. What? Remember last Thanksgiving? When I came to your family dinner, I was helping your mom in the kitchen and she asked me if I was seeing anyone. And I said no, and she got this look on her face. This knowing look. And then she said, you know, Miles isn't seeing anyone either. Hasn't been for a while. He's very particular about who he spends his time with. Brooke is talking faster now. And I made some joke about how we're both hopeless, and she just looked at me and said, I don't think you're hopeless at all. I think sometimes the best things take time. And sometimes people need to figure things out on their own timeline. My brain is spinning. You think she knows? I know she knows. Because then she said, I've always thought you and Miles would make a wonderful couple. You have this connection, the kind that only comes around once in a lifetime. If it ever comes around at all. Brooke looks at me. And then she squeezed my hand and said, some promises are worth keeping, even if they take a while. She knows about the pact, I say slowly, my mind reeling. How? I don't know. Maybe you told her? Maybe she just knows you well enough to figure it out? But Miles, your mom has been rooting for us this whole time, and we've been too stupid to see it. I start laughing. I can't help it. The whole situation is so absurd. We really are idiots. Complete disasters, she agrees, and she's laughing too through her tears. So let me get this straight, I say. You've been in love with me for years. I've been in love with you for years. You turned down a dream job because of me. I've been turning away every woman I meet because of you. My mom knows about the pact and has been waiting for us to get our act together. And we've spent 8 years being too scared to just tell each other the truth. That about sums it up, she says. I reach up and cup her face in my hands. Brooke, I'm so sorry for not being brave enough to tell you sooner. For letting you think I didn't feel the same way. For wasting so much time. But we both wasted it, she says softly. We were both scared. I'm not scared anymore, I tell her. Or maybe I am, but I don't care. Brooke, I love you. I'm in love with you. And I don't want to waste another second pretending I don't. I love you too, she whispers. So much, for so long. I lean in slowly, giving her time to pull away if she wants to. But she doesn't. She leans in too. And when our lips finally meet, it's like everything in the world clicks into place. The kiss is soft at first, tentative, like we're both afraid this might be a dream. But then she makes this small sound and her hands are in my hair and I'm pulling her closer and the kiss deepens. It's everything. It's 8 years of wanting, 8 years of almost, 8 years of wondering what if. And now it's real. She's real. This is real. When we finally pull apart, we're both crying and laughing. Hi, she says breathlessly. Hi, I reply. We just kissed. We did. We should probably do that again. Absolutely, I agree. So we do. We kiss until we're both breathless. Until the weight of 8 years finally lifts. Until everything else fades away and it's just us. Finally us. The way it should have been all along. What time is it? She asks eventually, her forehead resting against mine. I check my phone. 11:03. 57 minutes until I'm 30. Still counting? I'm counting down to the best birthday of my life, she says, and kisses me again. We settle back on the couch, her curled into my side, my arm around her shoulders. It feels right. It feels like coming home. I can't believe you were jealous of Trevor, she says, tracing patterns on my shirt. I can't believe you dated him to try to get over me, I counter. Did not work at all. He was so boring. Miles, he talked about stocks for 45 minutes on our first date. Good, I say. I'm glad he was boring. She laughs. You're ridiculous. I'm in love with you. Her face softens. Say it again. I'm in love with you, Brooke. Have been for 8 years. Will be for 800 more. That's better than any pact, she whispers. Way better, I agree. No backup plans. No deadlines. Just us choosing each other. She tilts her head up to look at me. Your mom is going to be so smug tomorrow. Oh God, she's going to be insufferable. Worth it though, Brooke says. Completely worth it. We sit in comfortable silence for a few minutes. Real silence this time. The kind where you don't need words. Can I ask you something? She says. Anything. When I fell asleep on your shoulder in the library, junior year, did you stay there the whole time? Or did you wake me up? I smile at the memory. I stayed. For over an hour. My arm fell asleep, but I didn't want to move and wake you up. You look so peaceful. I knew it, she says triumphantly. I woke up and your arm was completely asleep. You said it was fine, but I knew you'd been sitting there the whole time. She kisses my jaw. That was the moment I knew I was in love with you. When I realized you'd rather lose feeling in your arm than disturb me. You fell in love with me because of my numb arm? I fell in love with you because you care. About everyone, but especially about me. My chest aches with how much I love her. Always have. Always will. She snuggles closer. What time is it now? I check. 11:34. 26 minutes. Nervous? About turning 30? Not anymore. About us? She looks up at me, a little. Is that weird? Not weird, I assure her. I'm nervous too, but also the happiest I've ever been. Same. She's quiet for a moment. Miles, what do we tell people tomorrow? At my birthday dinner? The truth. That we're together. That we've been idiots for 8 years. That we're making up for lost time. My family is going to have so many questions. Let them ask. We have nothing to hide anymore. She grins. My mom is going to cry. Happy tears, but still, a lot of tears. Your mom loves me, I point out. She does. She's been waiting for this moment probably longer than we have. We talk about tomorrow, about telling her family, about what being together actually means, about how nothing has to change except everything changes. 11:53, I say, checking my phone again. 7 minutes. How do you want to spend your last 7 minutes of being 29? She pretends to think about it. Kissing you seems like a good option. I like that plan. So we kiss, slowly this time, taking our time. No rush, no fear. Just us. 1 minute, I murmur against her lips when I check my phone again. Best last minute of my 20s, she says. And then you get your whole 30s with me, I promise. And my 40s, and my 50s, and deal, I interrupt, kissing her again. We count down the last 10 seconds. Together. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Midnight. Her phone explodes with birthday messages, mine too. She ignores all of them and kisses me instead. Happy birthday, Brooke. Best birthday ever, she says. And it's only been 30 seconds. We're making up for lost time, remember? She laughs and snuggles into my arms. I love you, Miles. I love you too. She picks up her phone and types out a quick message. Thank you all for the birthday wishes. Having the best night of my life. We'll call everyone tomorrow. Love you. She puts the phone down and looks at me. Now it's just us. Just us, I echo. How does it feel to be 30, honestly? Pretty amazing, especially since I get to spend it with you. She yawns. I should probably sleep soon. Tomorrow is going to be chaos. Do you want me to go or stay? She says immediately. Please stay. I don't want tonight to end. It doesn't have to end, I say. Tonight becomes tomorrow. And tomorrow we wake up together. And we figure out the rest as we go. I like that plan. We go to her bedroom. She changes into pajamas while I borrow a t-shirt. When we climb into bed together, it feels natural, right? Like we've been doing this forever. She curls into my side immediately, her head on my chest, her arm around my waist. This is perfect, she murmurs sleepily. It is, I agree, running my fingers through her hair. Miles? Yeah? I'm really glad I was brave enough to ask you tonight. About us. Me too. And I'm glad you were brave enough to finally tell me the truth. 8 years too late, I say. Better late than never, she counters. We got here eventually. That's what matters. She's right. We did get here. Against all odds, through all our fear and doubt and terrible timing, we finally found our way. Brooke, I say softly. We don't need the pact anymore. No, she agrees sleepily. We don't. We just need each other. And 8 years of friendship to build on. Best foundation ever, she mumbles. I hold her as she falls asleep, and I think about everything that led to this moment. The pact, the years of silence, the almost moments, the missed opportunities, the fear, and somehow, impossibly, the fact that we found our way here anyway. Tomorrow we'll tell her family. We'll face questions and celebrations. And probably a lot of, I told you so's from my mom. Tomorrow we'll figure out what being together looks like in the real world. But tonight, this morning, technically, I'm just going to hold her and be grateful. Grateful that she was brave. Grateful that we didn't let another day pass. Grateful that sometimes the person you're looking for has been right there all along. I close my eyes and let sleep come, and my last thought is simple. We don't need backup plans. We just need each other, and 8 years of friendship, and the rest of our lives. Starting right now.